Hey everyone, welcome back to Hacks for All. So we're gonna be playing Banjo-Kazooie once again, but this time it's gonna be the part two of the ongoing series Let's Hack. So this series consists of hacking the game and finding different elements or hitting stuff inside by the developers. It also consists of using memory editing software such as a cheat engine or different memory editing software to modify and manipulate data in the game so we can actually make Banjo do whatever we want him to do. So last time we had a lot of fun doing many things, as in changing Banjo's colors. We did pretty much changing his colors. We also changed Banjo's XYZ coordinates. We modified enemies' XYZ coordinates and objects. So we actually manipulated and moved some objects from in the maps. We also controlled Banjo's animations, so we could make Banjo do different things. And we also made Banjo change his size. So we made Banjo very, very small, which was a cool thing. We also made Banjo move like the bee transformation, like the ant and other crocodile things like that, like the different animals you can become in Banjo. And not only that, but it also give Banjo the ability to do things like that transformation is supposed to do. So we had a lot of fun. We also had Shaq that was giving me some ideas on how to modify Kazooie's flight timer. Basically, it allowed Banjo to jump from very, very high heights and jump down and use Kazooie to actually land safely down. So that was very, very fun. So this time we're gonna be doing more things, different things. We can probably revisit some of the things we did last time, but actually go even further inside of detail. Hey there, Gups. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you. So we're gonna start right now, and we're gonna see what we start with. On the top corner, you can see actually the cheat engine list of addresses that we have. Currently, we don't have anything right now, so as soon as we get some more, it'll start expanding. Oh, it's okay, Gups. I was thinking we can actually start modifying the title screen today, since we haven't done that yet. We could actually start modifying and hacking a bit the title screen. So we're just gonna look at it and see what's going on with it, and we're gonna modify that in a sec. You might have seen an episode in Boundary Break if you guys are familiar with Boundary Break, and you can see that there are a lot of things that actually happen behind the scene in the title sequence. So yeah, we're gonna be modifying just that right now. So the first thing we're gonna do is get some save states to get right into the intro. So we're gonna save that so we can go back in the intro as much as we want. We're gonna skip this part and we're gonna go actually for the main sequence where they start to make music. Right here. Alright, so we saved right here. Alright. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is try to actually control the animals that are moving in the back. We're just gonna see how that goes. So let's load it again and scan for some different values. Hey there, Mario. So, or actually we're gonna control Tui since she's already there. We're gonna control Tui. So let's do the first scan. We're gonna do an unknown initial value. We're gonna think that left is less, so we're gonna keep doing that. Alright, and we're gonna reload and do it again. And there she goes. So I'm gonna do it as often as I need to until I get the address. So we're saying that left is less for now. Play as the mushroom. I don't know. I haven't tried doing that kind of hack yet. All right. So we're trying to get Tui's address. At least one of her axis address. We have to do it many times until we can get this. All right. Hack Banjo-Kazooie. I probably could, but I haven't started doing that yet. But I probably could hack Banjo-Kazooie as well. Yeah. Right. So it's probably none of these values. I'm saying probably because it could be, but it probably isn't. It probably isn't these values because they're way too small to be any values of location. I'm gonna start by freezing a couple of these. I hope it doesn't crash. Let's try. All right, so it's not these. Let's keep trying with more. All right, let's see here. Nope, it wasn't these either. I want to try these right now. Might as well freeze them. Nope, she's still going. Can I freeze these? Nope, it's none of these. So she's probably running up. So her value is probably going up when she's running. So her value here is actually going up. So we're gonna scan this, and now that she's going left, she's actually her coordinate is increasing. So now that she's on the other side, it should be decreased compared to the first one. We're gonna do it multiple times. So we're getting more values here. That's decreased, increasing, increasing, increasing. Do it again. Alright, so there's a little frog there. Okay, now I'm decreasing this. Hey there, Floop. Nice to see you again. Welcome back to the stream. Okay, I'm getting a lot of weird values. I'm gonna guess for these, but I can't guarantee anything. Let's see now. Nope, it's not these. So we actually see Tui on the left kind of running, but she's not doing anything. So let's try again. Let's see now. Alright, we're gonna keep going. So if she's on the left, that means her value increased. So if she goes to the right here, her value is decreasing. So we're gonna reload this and we're gonna try to get her as she runs. Let's see if we can get her frozen. We're trying to get her on a frozen moment. Nope. That seems to be working now. I want to try with 4 bytes. So let's do one unknown initial value scan. This place. So I click first scan. We're gonna say that left is less. And we're gonna do it again. So now that her value went up, now it's going down again. And we're gonna do it once more. Her value went up and it's going down again. The value went still up, a bit lower, and a bit lower. Alright, one more time. So her value changed, her value is going down, 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 and down. I'm getting many values here. We're gonna reload and try to freeze. I don't want to freeze them all because that could crash the emulator, but I'm gonna do it so we can save some time here. Let's see. Okay, it's not these. I'm gonna try freezing. It doesn't look like it could be these though. I'm gonna try to freeze these. No, it's not these. I actually did something else which I want to show you later. I don't know if you all noticed that, but I noticed. I'm gonna show you that later, what just happened now. Right, so it's kind of bugging the rendering, but it's not necessarily what I want to happen. So it kind of ruined the other ones though. That's interesting. I actually think I ruined the other animals' movements. Let's see. Okay, so something's going on. Okay. What's cool? What did I do? I messed it up, but I know something happened. What the hell is going on? That's not what I meant to do though. But whoa. Wow. Okay, that seemed to stay in line though with the game. Alright, so we got like kind of a mess going on here. Yeah. So I think these codes are actually affecting something else. So I'm gonna leave these codes alone. These aren't the ones I'm looking for. They're not the ones I'm looking for. I removed Banjo's eyelids. Oh man. I probably didn't mean to do that though. Everything looks... Look at Mumbo's head. Look at Mumbo. Did he just die on the... What the hell? And Kazooie's face is like overstretched. They're just waiting for the thing to finish. Alright, that's totally not what I meant to do though, guys. We're gonna try that one more time, but this time we're gonna do it a little bit better. Yeah, so you actually noticed exactly what I wanted to. I'm gonna talk about that later, by the way, Gups. But yeah, you're totally right. So the music actually did get messed up, and a couple of notes were actually missing earlier. And I'm gonna be showing a little bit, not a little bit, but I'm gonna be showing that later. But for now, I'm glad you noticed, because that's actually one of the things or the topics we're gonna be doing today, which is music manipulation inside the game. So that's cool. We got a little sneak peek of what's gonna happen later. It's gonna be in a better way though. It's not gonna be messed up though. It's gonna be more like controlling. All right, so we're still trying to control Tui, by the way. Yeah, the instruments were missing, and some instruments were actually switched or swapped with other instruments. Alright, we're gonna get these values down here and we're gonna try again. We're gonna try with these values, just for the heck of it. It might crash, remember, it might crash at any time. Alright, so it wasn't these. This crashed. Oh, that bugged everything. Even the jar got bugged. What the hell is going on? Look at Mumble's header. What the hell is that? Something's really off. By the way, you can see that at the bottom of my screen I have a Nintendo 64 controller USB adapter donation goal. So if anyone wants to donate, I would appreciate that, so I can get a USB adapter so I can play Nintendo 64 games on my PC with the Nintendo 64 controller. Alright, so I think that actually messed up the whole banjo thing, because if you look, all my banjo got ruined. Look at this. Everything got ruined. I just loaded a random save from last week, and we can only see things which are not 3D apparently. Who knows what I'm doing right now? Yeah, not good, not good. Let's restart that, because I think there's a little trouble here with that. There we go. Yeah, it was Banjo-Kazooie. So I'm gonna come back to the main screen later, because I don't want to spend too much time on that, and I actually want to show you guys something interesting today. So we're gonna go in Spiral Mountain and play with something, which is gonna be let's get our save from last time here. This one has 98 jigsaws. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, you're right, Gups. You're right. I could do that. I could do that. So as Gups just said in the chat, I could actually make a, how do you call it? If anyone donates to the channel, and I mean you're interested in this kind of games, or GoldenEye games, James Bond games, or different games, maybe I can get games on the Wii, things like that. If you guys are interested in that, and you help me reach the $16 goal that I have, so I can buy a USB adapter for my controller, for my Nintendo 64 controller, I could make an episode based on your request. So if anyone helps out, you can pitch in an idea so I can make an episode based on your request, which I think is a great idea for everyone. Alright, so what I'm gonna show you this time is actually something those that were watching at the beginning of the stream, and you might have heard something weird with the music, right? So that's exactly what I want to show you today. So we all know the mechanics in Banjo-Kazooie. When we're walking a certain place and we walk to another place, the music can actually change, and also we can have different instruments playing at different times depending on the area that we're at, right? So for example, here we're on Spiral Mountain, right? And if we're swimming, the music is actually going to change. This is nothing special, right? Everybody that plays Banjo-Kazooie know this, but listen. You heard that, right? So the instruments actually change from the instruments we hear now, which could be a tuba and everything like that, to like a marimba and something else. So what I'm gonna do now is try to manipulate that. How do I do it? So I'm gonna use cheat engine, and I'm gonna scan. I'm gonna be doing a 4 bytes scan, starting with unknown initial value, and move Banjo around, and say that the value has not changed, because the value has not changed. By doing this, I make sure that everything such as Banjo's coordinates, Banjo's movements, Banjo's colors and shading, any object around me, everything else which has not changed because it's not part of the music, can be discarded from the scan. So unchanged value. We're gonna do unchanged value the whole time. So we're just gonna move around and do unchanged values every time. Alright, Gups, take care. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Gups. Alright. So I'm just scanning and scanning until we get enough results discarded so I can actually modify the sound. So far I'm just moving around. And I'm gonna start discarding the sound. So now that we got here, I got enough results, and I'm gonna go inside the water and tell it that the value has changed. So here we go. And even if I swim over the water, technically the music has not changed, so I can tell it again that the value is still unchanged, right? Now as soon as I swim under the water, as soon as I do that, it's gonna be different. So I can say that the value has changed now. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more of what there is on the screen, so you can see my whole window, and disable the chat box so you don't get any cluttering. So I'm just leaving it there for a bit. So now nothing has changed, right? Because we're underwater, the same instruments are being used. Nothing changed. So even if we swim around, I'm still telling it nothing has changed. Now I'm going up, and I'm gonna say that it did change, because we're back to the normal music, so changed value. But now I'm telling it that it's unchanged again, so it doesn't confuse it with anything else. It's not the water ripples, it's not the mobs or animals or enemies moving around me. It's none of that. It's very much the music. So it's nothing of this. Now this, as soon as I do this, I'm gonna tell it now the value changed. Now I'm telling it it's not changed. So I move around just so the game changes my coordinates, my movements, but I'm still telling it that what I'm looking for has not changed. Why? Because I'm talking about the sound. So we're down to 170 addresses or values. So now we're actually reaching in closer to the limit. Not the limit, I mean what we're looking for. Alright, so now the music did change. So I'm telling it it did change. Now it didn't change. And I can actually say, compared to the first scan, the values have not changed. And compared to the last scan, it has not changed either. So now all these values are music related. All of these that you see here, they're all music related. So let's say I freeze. Freeze means even if I trigger something different and that value should change, it won't change. So I freeze part of those codes. Let's see what happens. I'm saving this in save slot 2, and let's go. Okay. The game kind of crashed. Not surprised. Probably these values were sensitive, so we're gonna try that again. That's why it's good to save all the time. So we're gonna try that again. Okay, so we're gonna try with different values. We're gonna go here at the bottom and try with these. We still hear the birds, which we should not hear usually. I don't think we're supposed to hear the birds usually. And I froze the camera by accident. For some reason I managed to freeze the camera, which is not what I wanted to do though. But it's very cool that I could do that. I don't know which one of these values does that, but frozen camera, count me in. Cinematic, look at this. there goes Banjo over there. So we actually locked the camera in place. I call it locked, but I probably put a value that I'm not supposed to, so I actually broke the camera, but it's not moving, so it could be considered as a locked camera or fixed camera. Hey there, Richie. Thanks for joining the stream. You think the graphics are good? I mean, they look good for their time, right? But yeah, I guess they look good for a Nintendo 64 game, yeah. Alright, so that actually triggered something with the camera. It had nothing to do with the music. Let's try again. Alright, what happened now? No music, Banjo. Alright, so I actually disabled the music so I can hear everything that's going around. And without music, this game actually feels like a weird game. Let's see if we go underwater and there's still music. Alright, so the music got completely disabled. Probably, like I said earlier, a value that kind of broke the music system. Oh, okay, you feel that my computer probably rendered it. It's possible. I'm using a high resolution. It's not 16:9 aspect ratio, so it's not widescreen for now. But I guess it is. It's a higher resolution than the actual Nintendo, so it's possible that it might look a bit crispier and sharper. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Alright, so I actually broke the music. That's not what I really want to do. What I want to do is keep instruments from the outside when I go inside. Let's try that. Oh, listen. We actually have the drums. We actually have the drums from the outside on the ground and the banjo. Those are the only instruments we have right now. And we kind of hear the underwater instruments once we're going out, because there's probably a transitioning volume sequence that happens, but it doesn't last the whole time. We're gonna try going to the witch's lair and see if the music changes when we're on the bridge. Remember that the values are still frozen. Alright, so from here we don't hear anything. So these values got discarded, and it's probably a good thing that they also got disabled, because they had nothing to do with that. So starting from here to here, we're gonna freeze these values and come back outside. Let's hear it. Alright, so we don't hear any change right now. Let's see what's on the ground, on the water. Alright, so these don't seem to do anything. Once again, the camera, which doesn't really matter at this point. Let's try again. Nothing. We're gonna go, I guess, by phase. So we're gonna be trying a couple of codes and then a couple more codes. So we unfreeze this. We're gonna select more values here. Try again. Okay, so we actually just hear one instrument now. I think we kind of muted the other ones. Okay, and we hear some crash cymbals from... Alright, so some instruments did get disabled, but it's not very much what we want. Another thing we can do is actually get an unknown initial value and scan for increased value every time, because there's a timer. Just like when you listen to music and the song is going at, you know, first second of the song, 10th second of the song, first minute of the song. This, the music inside Banjo, or anything actually, time is measured in positive numbers, right? We can't measure negative time. So we can find the timer of the music, and if we find the timer, we can actually scroll through the music and go to different sections of the song. So I just don't want to drown here. Just gonna get out. I have 2 honeycombs left, if you can't see it. So the timer's still going up. So I'm just saying up, changed, up, up, up. So every time it's increasing. We're just gonna do this a couple more times, or we can narrow it down to... It could be any of these, that's the thing. So I'm gonna take a couple of these codes and just set it back to 0. Nope, it's not these. That's like the best way when you don't know what the code could be. Test it, just set it to 0. It's better than freezing it. Freezing it causes more crashes than not. Okay, so I found the thing that moves the position of the water. If you noticed, I can actually freeze the water in place, but it's not what we want. And let's try if this is the part of the timer. Nope. Nope. It doesn't always work. The reason might be that the value is actually not a 4-byte and a smaller value than that. So I'm actually scanning for bigger values. So it's possible I didn't find it in my scan for that reason. And there's some kind of noise happening. I think it's the boulder that's doing that noise. This one. We're gonna reload and try again with... Interesting. Is it these? Oh, I think it's this one. Nope. Alright, so we're gonna open up the memory viewer. And we're gonna see this in different values. It's possible that these values are actually stored in the 2 bytes, because I think it's actually smaller than... Probably smaller than what we expect. Oh. Okay, so I found the volume. Let me show you guys what I'm seeing here. You can follow along. So this is the memory viewer. I'm changing these values over here. All right, so if we know that the max volume is either 255 or 127. So if I set it to 0, obviously there's no volume because the volume is 0. But if I increase its volume to, let's say, 50, this is what we hear. We're gonna hear very low volume of the music. Let's go to 100. 127. What if happens if I go to 128? Oh, 129. 200. Okay, so it dimmed back down. 255, 256. It probably looped around because it's 255, 256. We're gonna keep it here. So this is another instrument. I can actually mute this one. This might be the master volume. So now we have the drums only. give it more volumes to other stuff. Alright, so some values actually reset back. Interesting. Alright, so that was a bad code. Let's try that again. So we're modifying, for those that are just joining, we're modifying Banjo's music in the game using a cheat engine. You all know that. We're actually modifying the memory. So we found some values. We found some values about that, and now we're messing with the values around those in the memory. Oh, what is that? Did it kind of make it lag? Oh. Is this like a timer? Okay, so the sound seems like it just tripped. That kind of heard Banjo. That heard Banjo as well. Yeah, we're gonna try modifying all the data around. Alright, so if the number's too big, it crashes the sound system. Okay, this one as well. So there are some kind of sensitive, let's call them, numbers that it's better if they're left untouched. Okay, so this is part of the max volume as well. Let's go underwater. Let's see what changes here. There are many values moving. Alright, so another instrument was disabled. So the music is actually louder than usual, that's why I'm talking about louder. So this value doesn't seem to do anything if I'm outside, but if I'm underwater, it actually does affect. Not bad. Alright. We're gonna try something else. We're gonna try when it comes to music transitioning, not from the same song, but when it comes to transitioning from the same song, but I mean different songs in the same area. So let's say when we walk across the bridge here to go to the witch's lair. This is the beautiful witch's lair. The lair is beautiful, she is not. And let's go for a scan. So first scan, I'm gonna show you guys back to the window of the main cheat engine window. Did the first scan here, unchanged value. So I'm moving around, I'm telling cheat engine, hey, nothing has changed, not on my part. Why? Because I'm referring to the music. So as long as the music goes, nothing has changed. Alright, now we're gonna walk in here and we're gonna say that the music did change, because if we get here, the music is considered as different. Now the music is unchanged, so we're just gonna keep scanning more and more. Unchanged, unchanged. And then once we get here, it goes back to changed. The music changed, now it's unchanged. and we're gonna say that the value compared to the first scan are unchanged values. So now we're back to 159, which is more or less what we got last time, which would make sense since it might be the same values. Compared to last scan, still unchanged. Now it is changed, unchanged. Compared to the first scan, it is changed. It could be question of volume, it could be question of tracks. I wouldn't be able to say really, so here the music has changed. So we have 17 values. This makes more sense. So let's freeze them all. Let's just save and try. So the music kind of doesn't want to change. I mean, the music actually wants to change, but since I froze the values, they're not going anywhere. So something's weird here. We can hear the witch's music even all the way into Banjo's house. Oh no. What happens if I go inside Banjo's house? Will it crash the game? The music stays. So we can actually hear the witch's music. We're gonna load save 3. I don't think it would work here. I'm trying to get the music from... Alright, so we can't load the title sequence music into the inside of the game, sadly. Sadly, we can't do that, so we're gonna try to get Bottle Song outside. We're just gonna skip it over so we can go inside. Okay, so it crashes for now, probably because I kind of saved it with a value that is part of. Let me just close this. Probably because we have a value that's not supposed to be there at that moment. So we're gonna try it again, no problem. So here we go. So we have the witch's song. We're gonna keep the codes and there. We're gonna look at this and the song should change. It might be black because of my current plugin. Right, let me just go back in so this music goes away. Alright, so we're gonna freeze and get this music. It doesn't seem to be working. So apparently I'm not getting the code of the actual track, and I'm just getting the code for the current possibly instrument that's playing. So I can't load and just have that song inside. That's why it probably didn't work when I got the title sequence music. I tried to get that in here. What happens if I try to look at this? Can I go in here? Let's try to go in here. Too close. What if I do it from over here? Nope. I don't know if I can actually quit this. I think I can quit once this starts. What if I want to quit this? I'm just gonna let the time go down to 0. Unless I find another... I find the value of this and just make it 0 myself. I'll have to make it 0 myself. Right, I'll 0 it myself because it's not gonna work if I just leave it there. Oh, I actually broke the emulation. Wow. Wonderful. So I tried getting that to 0, didn't work. So gonna have to wait. Try again. Alright, so we're free, so we can keep the song. Just want to get a timer back to 0. No. Let's try somewhere else. So far all I'm trying to do is take some trick to try to take some values and freeze them and basically carry them over to somewhere else. There we go. Nah, so we can't keep that music. It's probably in another place in memory. What happens if I do the opposite? What if I get Banjo's song? I mean his music from his house to the outside. Okay, so that's doable. That seems to be doable. What happens if I go to the witch's lair? Will it work? Let's enable the flying. Press L to levitate cheat. Let's try that. Oh, it doesn't work if I try to carry it here. It doesn't know how to do the transition from one to the other. I'm guessing that's the reason. So this is like the fade in volume. So setting these to 0 doesn't seem to do much. Or setting them to 1, I guess. By swapping. Nope. Nope. Doesn't seem to work. Alright, we're gonna try something else. And by the way, everything I'm doing right now is unscripted, so it's probably things I've messed around with before. I've probably had some results. It doesn't mean I can replicate them every single time because I don't really have a method or a how can I call it? Like a perfect procedure to get those results again. So if I would take my time, maybe for the other part, I'm actually gonna try to get the things I couldn't get this time and find a way to get them for sure. And so like that I can show you different things. Well, the things that I wasn't able to show you on this video. So here we have the witch's lair. I think we all know this place. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? So I figured out a way that every character has its own movements. For example, Banjo standing is 111. When he just stands, that's 111. When he does something else like flipping or something like that, that's not 111 anymore, that's like 97. So if I freeze Banjo's movements, I can actually do whatever I want with Banjo, just as usual. But his appearance is gonna be as if he's just standing, even though you might see him move faster because At this point, when he's walking, he should move faster than usual. So I actually got hit there. Okay, I'm walking with Kazooie now. So what's the value to walk with Kazooie? That value is 22. So if I set it to 22 or 38 when he's already there, and then I let go, now Banjo's actually walking normally. Hey. Oh crap. So what's the point of this? Well, the point of this is to see, for example, you see that this is conga. So we can see conga and we can actually control conga's movements. How do we do that? Well, we gotta find conga's standing animation first. So it wasn't easy at first. How did I do this? So I found Banjo's standing animation, and then I started playing with different Banjo movements, right? So I started, for example, this one. It's like he's throwing something, right? So I'm like, conga probably does that one, like throwing something. So I actually used Banjo to test and find the different codes that you see me looking for. 15, 16, 17. So I'm testing different codes here. Some movements can trigger sounds. That's why you're hearing different sounds. So this is different than what we did last time. Last time what we did was we were actually changing Banjo's behavior. Now we're just changing his movement. Wow, so that's a weird movement, right? 517. That's a weird animation. We can actually use this code to find Banjo's movements. What does that mean? Not movements, I mean size. So I can actually do an unknown initial size. I can actually pause the game if I'm not sure if it's gonna stay like that, and then I put Banjo like back to normal. Then I say that the value is smaller, and I make Banjo bigger again. Value is bigger. Value is I don't know if it's unchanged, to be honest, but I'm just gonna say that it's bigger and now the value is smaller, and I keep doing that many times. Unchanged, 517. Now the value is bigger, and I can see that it's unchanged. So now I got smaller again. You got bigger again, smaller again, bigger, and smaller again, bigger, and small. So this might be the one, I'm not sure. I don't think that affected Banjo's size, his bigness. Oh, Well, that was probably unrelated, so doesn't seem to change Banjo's size. Can I change Banjo's size here? Oh, by the way, when it comes to Banjo's movements or animations, those vary by map. So if I find an animation for Banjo, it's actually gonna be different in every. It's a different value. So now, if I want to make him big, I gotta redo it here. And his blinking is not timed at the same time. If you look at him, it's not really at the same time. If we go frame by frame, we can see one eye actually comes before the other. So yeah, like I said, here the values are gonna change completely. There aren't many enemies here, but we can try to find one. If we can find it. Okay, there's one here. I don't think that's its value though. And I don't think I saved inside either. Inside Mumbo's Mountain. I'm gonna get out my file where I have everything about Banjo's movements. Maybe I can get the values there. Because I did post share it on Pastebin, by the way. So here it is. Right, so here's Gorilla Throwing. Gorilla Throwing is 162. So Banjo's movements changed. I go back to 111. If I do 162 on Banjo, that should make Banjo look like he's throwing something like Conga does, right? So Banjo's throwing now. So Conga, I should scan for a 162 when Conga throws. That's gonna make me find Conga's movement, and then I can modify basically Conga and the movements that Conga does. I can make Conga do Banjo moves. Let's go right now, save it on 1 and 2. Wow. Alright, so we said it's 162. Alright, so when Conga throws, it's 162. So we're gonna get this ready and click 162. New scan 162, and as soon as Conga's gonna be throwing, we're gonna scan for 162. So we can even pause the game, it's fine. So, oh, thanks for subscribing. Sorry about that. I forgot to refresh my things. Thanks for the subscription. Alright, so I'm waiting for Conga to throw something at me. Go for it. Okay, so now I scan 162, right? Now it's doing something else, so I'm scanning different value. As soon as Conga throws, I'm gonna do 162 again, so I can find the value. Alright, 162 again. So 162. We have these values. We're gonna set these to 111. And freeze them. So now it looks like Banjo standing. Remember, this doesn't change the actual behavior. It just changes the animation. It just changes the animation. So remember that. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna go back. I reloaded because the game actually crashed. So I'm just reloading so you can see it. I don't know if, yeah, it crashes when I get there. Why? Because we're modifying a value of something that's not currently in the scene. So we're just gonna wait and actually go there ourselves. Conga's there. Hi, Chimpy. So we're gonna slow everything down. We're gonna fly again. And we're gonna observe Conga from over here. There's no need to attack Conga anymore. We have the moves. We know these are the values. I think that's better for you guys. So let's try with this one. This one doesn't seem to affect Conga too much. This one? Okay, so this one makes Conga seem a bit more like Banjo. What about this one? Not this one either, no. So it's this one. Conga, we're gonna rename this Conga's movements. So it's like I said, they're animation, so it doesn't really affect Conga's behavior, which would be cool if we could find as well. And we're gonna try to get some movements here. Let's try. I have a full list of these, so let's try making Conga crouch. So let's freeze this first and set it to 1. So now Conga's crouching, see? Like how Banjo would do. What about sneaking? He looks kind of funny because his skeleton doesn't really match 100% Banjo skeleton, so it makes it look like that. Walk. What if Conga could walk? He could walk. What if he's punching? That's Banjo punching. There he's frozen. He's laying on he's gonna lay on Kazooie. So he could in a way be used for gaming. If we could switch this model with Banjo, Conga could actually be used to play. He could be a playable character. Most of his skeleton movements match with Banjo's. We're gonna keep testing a bit more. Let's see. I'm looking for interesting ones because I could try them one by one, but it wouldn't be fun. Bird attack. Let's see this one. Okay, so this is when Banjo attacks and Kazooie is on top, attacking with its beak. Backflip. Let's see. Do Conga do a backflip? Whoa. Okay, that's pretty crazy. 36 is its size change. Something's really weird there. Walking on Kazooie, 38. So that's what Conga would look if Conga could ride Kazooie. 39. No. Shooting eggs. Alright, what if Conga shoots eggs at me? And to the back. Wow, okay. Conga getting a jigsaw. Let's see this. When you see Conga move really fast, it's because it's supposed to be doing another movement. So that's why it moves really fast. Flat head. Let's try that. I don't know why I called it like that. Oh man, I think I remember. Swim like a fish. Diving. Shot out of a cannon. I have different. Deploy Kazooie wings. Let's try that. 69. Hey there, Jagaman Gaming. I think you're the one that just subscribed, right? If it's you, then thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I think it is you. Thanks for subscribing, Jagaman. We're gonna add a little hotkey so we can increment the value of this, and I don't have to do it one by one. We're gonna go through a different values. So I'm gonna set this to the letter K, and it's gonna increase by 1 every time I press K. Oh man. I would look at Conga from the side, but Conga keeps following me, so I can't really get a good angle. But I think this angle is pretty good. Okay, so Conga's doing a backflip like I've never seen before in my whole childhood. And by the way, this works for other enemies as well. It doesn't have to be specifically for Conga. I'm just doing it for conga right now. That looks crazy. So we see we have many different possibilities of movements for conga, which could basically be applied to any character that has a bone structure. When I mean bone structure is an actual 3D structure that allows a character to receive a movement. So that's conga swimming. Wow, what is that? So most of the movements for conga actually match Banjo's movements. And when you see conga doing weird things like this, if I were to add these numbers or this value, the 99 you see right here, to Banjo's actual movement, we would see the same exact thing. So they're actually very similar. It's possible that Banjo was actually, or that this character was actually based off Banjo. In this month, a Nintendo Direct Mini. There's in this month coming a Nintendo Direct Mini. Are you talking about like a console, like a Nintendo Switch? Okay, this is just the mouth that moves. Okay. Oh, 105. Wait, what is that? Is this like the skating thing they had from before? Guys, remember Banjo? Those that know, Banjo was actually going to be he was actually going to be like a skater. Is this like his first move? Like skating? Do you guys think it's possible this is like a skating move? Is it possible? Let's try 104. Huh, very interesting. There might still be movements from the old Banjo in here. (104), 105. This is very intriguing. I saw it on conga, and now I'm thinking, does conga look like he's skating? Because it does look like Banjo's skating here, but it's on the wrong. It's facing the wrong side. Here, Banjo's body is in the front. And if we check it out with on conga, see conga's here, it looks like conga's skating. Alright, that's the default standing pose for Banjo. That's the looks like swimming. Looks like swimming to me. Okay, so conga's now bringing something. Walking. So it's interesting to see that conga can actually do many of the movements. These are the movements from the beginning, in the intro. Look at this. Which one were we doing? 116, let's say. Let's go back up slowly. Look at that. Look at that. So there's one of these movements which are part of the main sequence. This is like playing the violin. It's like playing the violin, right? This is like when the banjo kicks the marimba. That's like playing the banjo. So what happens if I give banjo this code, the 123? Yeah, see, banjo is actually playing that instrument. Oh wow. That's playing the flute. So playing the flute is for tutti. But they can actually do it. They do look a bit weird though. But it's possible that they have similar bone structures. The same names in the game. That's interesting. We're gonna keep going and just see a couple more. Okay, that's whoa. That's the 128. That's just messed up. Whoa. Dang, that's something's wrong here. Oh. Okay, that makes invisible conga. Alright, so we saw a couple of these. Is he getting like squished? Dang. There's a lot of different movements. A lot of movements. So like I said, this doesn't affect conga's behavior, it's just the animation that you see. So if I still get close enough, I could still get some oranges thrown at me. Alright, so we actually went through back to conga's normal movements. Let's see. Okay, now that's banjo going up. That's like sad conga. Alright, so the 85 is actually conga's normal movement. The 85. So if we make banjo do the 85, banjo can do it too. Because he has the same bone structure. And I mean, I'm not the one to like pay attention to these small things, but if you look, these oranges, they look very primitive, like from the Super Nintendo era, a little bit from like the Donkey Kong Country series. So it's possible these oranges are the same oranges that were used in the beta of Banjo. Like this is old stuff that we're looking at here. Conga never leaves, by the way, even if we manage to beat Conga. I don't know what that does though. I think it's supposed to give up. Right, for some reason now Conga doesn't obey to the position that I'm giving it. Alright, so I went overboard. So I went to a higher size than the one permitted. So he's playing an instrument right now. just gonna get unlimited everything and try again. What? I thought I got unlimited everything. Full feather and eggs. What? No eggs? That's messed up. I should have eggs. Man. I'm gonna get some. Hey there, Amar? Nice to see you. Hello. So it doesn't seem like we can actually get rid of this. Of Conga. We can't get rid of Conga, guys. Conga's gonna kill Banjo if it stays like that. Oh, this came to your recommendation? Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the stream. Since I can't seem to get rid of this guy, I'm actually gonna... Alright, so he's trying to kill me at this point. I'm gonna try to get rid of him. So we're gonna reload. I'm gonna disable these for the movement. And we're actually hacking or modifying the memory in the game. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Right now we're modifying Conga's... I don't know if you know this game. This is Banjo-Kazooie. We're modifying Conga's movements. So it just look like we can do different things, right? Things like this. We can control Conga. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Amar, thanks for subscribing. So yeah, we can do different things. And yeah, for Sea of Thieves, there are gonna be new things coming up. Even Banjo-Kazooie related. So you can see this character's doing that. If I make Banjo do this, this happens. So it's interesting to see that they have the same bone structure. So like I said, it will be possible to take some of the movements from one character and apply them to another. And it would also be possible maybe to play as another character. Maybe. Okay, that's awesome, Amar. Yeah, it's an awesome game. So yeah, so now we have Conga playing the flute. Alright, we have Chimpy down there. Okay, so we're actually gonna get Banjo's... We're gonna try to get Banjo's coordinates. So I'm guessing the center of the map is more over here. So if I do a scan, here the value should be bigger. Conga's really crazy. He likes to play the flute. No, that was not the right thing, so we're gonna try again. We're gonna try on the other axis. So we have this axis, we're gonna try on this axis. see if it's this. Yeah, I'm using Project 64 version 2.3 with cheat engine. Yeah. Let's try again. So. Sometimes I go too fast, that's why I don't find values. I kind of rush it. I really wish I could find the coordinates. I don't know why every time I stream I have like a harder time finding them, because I used to do this for fun for hours, so I don't know why I'm having trouble finding this. Alright, let me try with these values. Saving first, because we never know what could happen. Not these. Not these. Not these either. Alright, it's one of these. So this is one. And this is the other. Hey there, Adam. Nice to see you. Thanks for passing by. So I actually have my mixed thoughts when it comes to ukulele, to be honest. I have different thoughts about it. I like it in general, but I wouldn't say it's an awesome game. I felt it was pretty empty and it was missing some things that could have made the game much better. So that's what I would have to say for that. Honestly, I don't know. What did you think about ukulele? Do you think it was good, Amar, or something, or? But like I said, I felt it was not bad, but I felt it was kind of empty. It was missing some things. Right, so I found the X and the Y. Obviously, these values are supposed to be floats. So I don't know why I had to search for them in 4 bytes. Because they're supposed to be in float. Well, I wouldn't say it's a nuts and bolts sequel, but it wasn't a Banjo 3 either. It was just like it felt like a remake, like an imitation of Banjo, to be honest. It didn't feel like it was part of Banjo. And I know it was, they tried to make it Banjo's spiritual successor, but it didn't work like that, to be honest. And I was really hoping it was gonna work well. Alright, so now that we have Banjo's coordinates, we can actually find Conga's coordinates, and we can move Conga. Overall, a strong first project for the team if it was anyone else, but since it was the old Rare team, I feel it felt flat of expectations, which kind of isn't fair because it wasn't bad, just not what was expected. Yeah, I mean, as a game, I couldn't say it's a bad game either, you know, but like you said, considering what we were expecting in a way, or what we were thinking of, or when we see Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, but what comes to mind, right? It's not necessarily what we got when we got Yooka-Laylee. So I honestly felt it was very flat. Some of the levels, not flat, sorry, you said that, but I felt some of the levels were very empty. So that level, especially that snow level, the music is very calming and everything, but it feels just so empty. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. There's just snow everywhere. So they could have made it a bit more crowded, right? I also felt they recycled a lot of the characters. They didn't really have that touch from Banjo. It didn't have that. The characters themselves, Yooka and Laylee, they're not bad, but I feel that they could work in a better way. And the overall feeling of the game feels very big and very empty. So there's something they could do about that. And I know they can still do it if they ever make a sequel. I don't think patching the game anymore is gonna help. But if they ever make a sequel with the money they made, they should focus on these things. They should replay Banjo and think about what makes this game fun, you know? The simplicity of it. Now they added Rextro, those kind of things. They were fun, but they weren't really as interesting. There wasn't many hard parts like Banjo. In Banjo there was some parts that were really hard. I remember that, so I don't know, I feel like it could have been better. Alright, so we're gonna get Konga's X and Y. So let me just get the camera straight. We're gonna try to move this guy. Let's see. If it's not these values, then it's other values. Nope, it's not these. I'm gonna keep going and try more values. I don't think there's anything wrong for trying more and more. Alright, so I got rid of this guy, so I'm gonna see. So let's look over there. There he is. I don't think it's these. I did move him earlier. I don't know why I can't move him now. Doesn't seem to be affecting him now. Oh, did that move me? I think that moved me. Or something happened. Oh yeah, that was Banjo's movement. Yeah, so I made everyone's movements like this. Crooked mouth. Alright, let me try something else. Banjo looks like very fierce when he runs like this. Nope. So one of these must be his movements. It's not these that are at 0 already. It can't be these either. What about these? It's not these. It's not these. It's not these either. It's not these. Well, his value's probably changed. We're gonna try that again. So now Banjo's X is value between 4831, which is on this side, and this side I'm gonna do 4457. I really, man, I'm trying to find this. Alright, so if I get closer here, the value is 4559. Good night, Jagaman. Sorry if I wasn't replying in the chat. I have it open on my phone, so because I disabled it on the stream for now. Sorry. Good night. Thanks for joining. And here's 4736. Still between these two values. So I'm gonna take these and try to make it 4,000. Oh. Alright, it's one of these. So 4,000. It's not these. Could it be this one? No. Okay. Alright, so it's this one. So we got Conga's value. Conga's X. We got Conga's X value. Nice. So this is Conga. What is this then? Nothing. Alright. So we have Conga's X, or it's actually Conga's Z. So I can get his Y. He can actually come at the same height that Banjo is at right now. And Banjo's height right now is minus 200. Come on, man. Minus 200. So Conga, let's get Conga's Y minus 200. Yeah, if I don't run around, I'm probably gonna get killed. So I'm actually on top of Conga's tree, and I'm gonna move Conga somewhere else. So I'm gonna get Conga's minus. So this is Conga's X, and this is Conga's Y. But the one that we actually got is Conga's Z. So Conga's X, Conga's Y. This is Conga's Z. So this is the order for this. That means we actually got Banjo's Z and Banjo's X. They were switched up, so they're like this. Now, I could get a hotkey that gives values to Conga, so Conga can follow me around. But let's do that right now. Let's just find Banjo's Y. 211.39. Alright, so let's set this to H. H will set value to X. Alright, so that worked. Let's try it with this one. Banjo's Y. It's gonna be H. We're gonna set the value to Y. And this one, ouch, ouch. Banjo might die here. H is gonna set the value to Banjo Z. So we actually have Conga following us here. So let's go over there. What? Yeah, I can't seem to control it now, that's weird. But it is his value, right? Can't seem to control him. I think I need to get up here first. Let me see if I can change his movements. Because for some reason I think it becomes like another entity. So I can't control him. Okay, it is the same. So why can't I make Conga follow me? So Conga's Y is this. I'm gonna put minus 200. Doesn't seem to be working right now. And if I want, it's like infinite health. Why isn't that working? What happens if I get some health here? Before we're continuing. Getting some health because I don't want to die. Right? Conga's there. Now I brought Conga here. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so I can go anywhere I want and bring Conga. So there's Conga. And Conga always attacks then. Oh, and that animal can't get hit. Conga doesn't swim either. So there's Conga. Okay, we're gonna get Conga up here. I know I keep saying Conga, 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 but that's the ape's name, right? you look at that? Can I make Conga leave the map? I don't think it's gonna work though. No, it doesn't work out here. So it's really just in there. So it's really just like right here. So if I have Conga here, ouch. Amar, what you're saying is something I would really like to know how to do, but for some reason I'm not able to do it with Cheat Engine, because the reason I have the way I have set it up in my on Cheat Engine, basically when I press H, it copies my X, Y, and Z into Conga's X, Y, and Z, as you see here. It copies these, right? So the method, or like the function that it uses to copy it, I gotta get the name of like this variable inside parentheses. So when I do that, it works. But if I try adding like +20 outside of the parenthesis or inside, it doesn't work. Unless I use like unless I use something else, like maybe I gotta use like quotations or something. Maybe there's a way, but as far as I've tried, I have not been able to do it. But it would be cool if it wasn't on top all the time, because it does make me lose health. Like if I do +20 for his X, for example, and I try it, he's over there. See, so even if I move here, he's not coming any closer in his X. Yeah, so I've tried doing that kind of thing, and trust me, I really wish I could do that. It would help me a lot, because I don't want to keep dying. And even if I didn't die, it's still annoying to get hit every time. But yeah, so it's cool because see, we don't even see Conga, so he's not even being rendered by the game right now. But if I come up here, or no matter where I go in the map, right? Because he exists only in the map. If I go inside Mumbo or the anthill, he's not gonna be there. But if as soon as I call him, he actually comes here because he's still present in the memory. And he can't attack because it's too low for him. Alright, I don't have too many eggs, so I'm gonna try to do this as straight as I can. Like I said, guys, everyone that's watching live or the replay, I really need a Nintendo 64 USB adapter, and if anyone helps me reach that $16 donation goal, you can give me suggestions for the next game that I can do. I could probably do a full episode based on your recommendation. So I would appreciate the support. Anyone that donates gets to have that. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything. So I'm just gonna leave him like that. Top of the anthill? Sure. I'm gonna do that. Oh, he's still throwing oranges, imagine. Let's put him like this. What happens if I go inside? Does he move? He probably responds to his place, huh? I don't think he stays there. Oh, and he's still there. Wow. That's cool. So he remains. That means when we leave a map and we go back in, the player or the character actually stays in the same place. It doesn't render from far. Let's go see Conga. I think. What about here? There's Conga. That's silly though, but it's nice. Let's see if Conga can get any shadows. Okay, see, now that I went in and then back out, I couldn't teleport Conga. So I think his values do change, his address in the memory, but he stays where he was. Let's see. He doesn't seem to be any darker, huh? Does he? No, I don't think it gets any shadows. It doesn't seem to get any shadows. Wow. And he's still attacking. That's the craziest part. That means his attacking function, it doesn't stop him. Like it's not dependent on his actual location. Yeah, I think you know what that makes me think? It makes me think that Conga was actually a very early thing to the game, at least for me, or he was either implemented very fast and they didn't bother to do that. Because in either way, he doesn't go in a place where lights change, right? So it's possible they just made him quick and left him like that. Like, look at Banjo. Last episode, I showed how I can change Banjo's light, right? That's because if you go and get a 4-byte, you scan between 0 and 255. If you do that, now Banjo's dark. Now his value obviously is higher. Lower value, unchanged. Higher value. So Banjo does interact with that. And the value is still between 0 and 255. Values between these two. Oh, that's weird. Usually when Banjo's all like in the light, he's like 250. Not 250, I think it's 255. Once it goes there, it gets darker. Then it's back up. Let me try, I think it's these three. Nope. I think it was a 2-byte. 2 bytes. Yeah, I think Mumbo's Mountain is one of like the first levels. There's like forest, you know. It's very basic in a way. Very basic. Even the skybox is like very similar to the one they used for the other game they were making. So it's very possible that it comes from there. Also, if you look at the sounds from the game, you can find some unused sounds and they're from Mumbo's Mountain, so it will make a lot of sense. Yeah. Just trying to get Banjo's lighting so I can show you something. Yeah, one of the levels. Yeah. He goes very dark when he goes in here. I don't know about this place. Let's see here. Does he go any dark? He does go darker though, but not as dark as here. Nope. That was bad. That was very bad. Yeah, that was not good. So basically, at a certain point, I actually modified the, how do you call it, the video plugin, so that actually ruins everything. So I gotta restart it again. Kinda crazy, but I don't know, for some reason that's how it works. let's restart that. Ouch. Anyway, what I meant was that usually Banjo's are like, when he's at his max sliding, he's at like 250 something. For some reason I can't seem to find it now, but if you look at my hack, Let's Hack Banjo-Kazooie Part 1, you can find it there. My Part 1 was actually better than the Part 2 because in Part 1 I had more people on and they were giving suggestions and I was doing one of their suggestions and trying out their things. Yeah, it's probably 255, right? Yeah, I was trying that. However, I'm not sure if where Banjo is right now is actually 255. It could be like 250, you know. So if I do 255, I could actually miss it. And I don't think it's a bite. But you're right, it's probably 255. If you ever have nothing to do and want to watch my video, you can watch the Part 1. It's very long, but you can skim through it. Just like watch some stuff. But I like how there's a shadow in here. Yeah, Treasure Trove Cove, that's a very sunny place. I could try that over there. Gonna come up here and there. The value should be like from 100 to 255 here, even more. If you don't mind me asking, Amar, what's your time zone? Because I'm trying to get an idea of like people that watch my streams. I want to know more or less their time zone so I can try to accommodate my best schedule possible for making it the best for everyone, if possible, of course. Oh, EST, okay, yeah, same for me. Oh yeah, that's cool. Good to know. Yeah, same here. Oh, that's cool. So we have the same time zone. I'm from the East Coast as well. I got Eastern time. Trying to find the save that I had where I was here, yeah. Yeah, mobs, like between them they can't interact, so. Oh wow. Oh no, no worries. You still replied pretty quick. Although I think I'm gonna end the stream soon because it's been almost 2 hours, so I'm gonna be continuing on my next stream, custom game called Banjo Dreamy. which is based on Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Banjo Dreamy. So that's what I'm gonna be playing on the next stream. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting because it's my first time playing Banjo Dreamy. So I don't know how it's gonna. I mean, it's part 3, right? But I mean, the remaining levels and everything, I have no idea how that's gonna be. So I'm really excited to play that. Yeah, it's made by Logo. Yeah, the toilet bowl. Yeah. Yeah, it's a custom version made by Logo, and it's been very fun so far. Many of my viewers actually like that stream, so I'm probably gonna get a bit more people or interaction tomorrow, or whenever I stream that. But I'm thinking tomorrow that I'm gonna stream it. So yeah, so I think so tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming that part 3, right? And it's gonna be at 6 p.m. tomorrow at 6. So since we have the same time zone, it's gonna be 6 for you and 6 p.m. for me as well. So there's other people from the West Coast. For them it's at 3, but for us it's gonna be at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, you've seen footage from Project Dream, huh? Yeah. It's very interesting. Like, I've seen pictures too, like old pictures, but they do give like curiosity and imagination, like a stimuli, right? So it is very intriguing to know about that. But since, you know, there hasn't been good games coming out, especially for platformers, at least not like Banjo-Kazooie, right? So playing this is like, it's the good stuff, you know. I do like other games, by the way. I do like other games, but in the Banjo-Kazooie style, it's hard to find those like that. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing it tomorrow. Alright, I'll see you then, and thanks for subscribing, Amar. If you have any questions or you want to talk to other people, we have Discord. We're still new, so if there's anything that you want to suggest or comment or anything, you can leave your suggestions over there in our Discord, which you can find in our description if you want. And yeah, we can talk soon, and I'll see you tomorrow if you're there, and everyone else that it's gonna be there. Yeah, Breath of the Wild and Odyssey was great. I've never played it, to be honest. I've tried it out on a Switch, but I don't currently own a Switch, so I couldn't tell you about like the full experience. But I have tried it, and the controls feel really good, and so does the graphics. They look amazing. But yeah, maybe if one day get a Switch, I could stream games from that. I don't know. But yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow, and thanks for subscribing, Amar. And everyone else that ever watches this replay, I thank you also for watching. And if you didn't like this hack too much, I know there wasn't much going on this time, but you can go and check out part 1, which is full of many things. So you guys can check that out, and it's in my channel, in my playlist called Let's Hack. You can check that out there. So I appreciate everyone for watching, really, and hopefully we can get this working a little bit better for the future times. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. So take care, everyone. And alright, Amar, like I said, we're just starting, so if you have suggestions or anything, just drop it there. We talk about different things, and yeah, so I'm glad to have you there. Alright, so thank you, everyone, and thank you, Amar. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.